Coffee, cake, and camo would not be possible without the support of our awesome partners. Thank you to Father Habits Assembly of Knights of Columbus for being a force behind the forces.
Everybody, I'm Erica.
And I'm Chelsea.
And welcome to Coffee, Cake, and Camo. Coffee, Cake, and Camo is a weekly podcast brought to you by the USO of Hampton Roads and Central Virginia. And each week we plan to explore a military topic, from the haircut challenge you've seen on social media to PCSing and everything in between.
And as always, before we get started, we want to take a second to thank some of USO HRCV's amazing sponsors. Without their support, we could not bring you this podcast or work to fulfill the USO's mission. So today, we're thanking the Knights of Columbus, who graciously host one of our large fundraisers, our annual golf tournament.
In case any of our listeners are new to the USO, the mission of the USO is to strengthen America's military service members by keeping them connected to family, home, and country throughout their service to the nation.
And now that we got that out of the way, Erica, how was your Father's Day?
My Father's Day's weekend was pretty awesome, actually. So I've talked to you about this before, but my dad had built this outdoor kitchen area for us not too long ago. And we just grilled outside. The weather was awesome, and we shared a really great meal. So it was a pretty good day spent with the family. How was yours,
that's
Chelsea?
Awesome. It was nice. We had a calm day, kind of like yours, a nice family dinner. But what's super irritating is my dad is so incredibly difficult to shop for. Like, everything he wants is crazy expensive. And my brother and I are like, well, we can't afford to get you that. So he literally said for Father's Day that he wanted to buy himself his own present. And it ended up being some new pieces for his motorcycle and a new visor for his helmet, which it actually makes him look like Daft Punk. So as much as I wanted to make fun of him so badly for this, but I actually thought it was pretty cool. So he bought himself his own Father's Day present.
I'm a Daft Punk fan, so I wouldn't be too mad at that. Well, I'm sure if you shared a really good meal together, then that probably was the gift in itself. So
yeah, food is love.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Erica, moving on. So honestly, I'm still not terribly comfortable going out yet. I mean, I'll do it, but if I can help it, I try to stay home, But one problem with this is that I find myself online shopping more than I should. And I don't know if it's all the BuzzFeed articles that are showing up, just showing me all the products that I need in my life or what. But I'm online shopping every other day at this point. It's becoming a problem.
I'm not going to lie to you. There's probably a box at my doorstep right now. As we're speaking, I can probably build a fort with all of the boxes that I've been receiving, and it's not even funny at this point. There's only so much we can do at home, and online shopping, it makes you feel good in the moment. So it's why not do it, I guess.
No, but you're totally right. They've made online shopping even more convenient now. I don't have to drive anywhere, so I'm saving gas money. So I justify my spending online because I'm not driving anywhere. I can shop early in the morning or I can shop late at night. I do love it. I love that I can do it in my sweatpants. And the biggest hassle, honestly, is getting up and just searching for my wallet in my purse. But I buy a lot of things through Amazon, and they already have my card info, so I don't even have to do that. It's too easy.
Oh, yeah, totally. And like you said, the perks of online shopping, I can do it in my sweatpants. And with just a few clicks, I can go from grocery shopping, which I haven't tried online. But if I wanted to, I could. Grocery shopping, clothes shopping, skincare shopping, which I've been doing a whole lot lately, and just a few clicks. And you had mentioned Amazon. I don't know if a lot of our listeners know this, but if you shop through Amazon, you can actually give to the USO through Amazon Smile. And more information and that link will be in the description.
And like I mentioned before, online grocery shopping has changed my life, and you should try it. I did it honestly even before this pandemic started because you feel a little bit lazy when you do it, but it's so nice. You don't have to go in. And honestly, you can pick out the sale items because they're online. It's so much easier. I'm all about it.
Honestly, it sounds really convenient. And then, like you said, you don't have to pick through a lot of things. I don't know if you're anything like me or like my mom, but when I go grocery shopping, I have to pick the freshest watermelon in the bunch, and it'll take probably a good minute to feel all them out with produce and stuff. And obviously that's such a health hazard now because our hands are touching it all. So You're totally right. But other than groceries, what else have you been buying online?
Mostly I've been sticking with the essentials, but I have bought some other things here and there, like clothing, which is kind of weird. But in my mind, you can never have too many basic t-shirts. So I love Amazon basics because they're cheap and they hold up. And something that I really like to do with them is I like to cut them up in cool ways, and then I like to sew them to make them a little more interesting. but I'm really bad at sewing. So they end up looking terrible. And then I just tell people that I got them from like Free People or something. Because honestly, some of their clothing, I know it's expensive, but some of their clothing, it looks like a child sewed it and they charge like $90 for it. So I think it's fine that I just say that Free People made my terrible shirts.
I'm not I'm not mad at it, honestly. And sewing is a great skill, that everyone should know. I'm terrible at it too, but I mean, that's like something I know. I might try that honestly with like some old clothes that I have lying around the house. But you're totally right. I've been buying a lot of clothes online too.
Oh yeah.
Some from Amazon, some from other places, but I can't even like name how many clothes like I have at the house now. And I'll probably never really get to show them off anyway because we're all still stuck in the house. So
I know we don't know when we're going to be able to, and who knows what. I mean, well, here's to hoping that we'll be able to wear our brand new clothes in the next couple months. But oh wait, no, I can't forget to tell you my latest purchase. So I bought a new tube for this summer. So because I'm from a little town in Maryland, and my family, we still have a farm there. So every summer, my cousins and I go tubing in the Susquehanna and like in this little place called Deer Creek, and it's really beautiful and idyllic. So I treated myself to this really cool new tube. It's got a headrest, it's got
oh
cup
my
holder, it's got
goodness.
like a mesh bottom. I even bought some new bungee cords so we can tie ourselves together. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that's right up my alley. Like
Yeah.
tubing and like anything like, well, although Chelsea you did make fun of me last week because I loved water parks and tubing in like a water park is cool. I don't see the difference between tubing at a water park and like down like a river or whatever. But hey, I guess if you think that's better, then that's your
It's
prerogative.
fresh moving water. But you know what? You're absolutely right. I have no room to judge. You win this one.
I'm not mad at it, honestly. Like I said, tubing, that is right up my alley. But
Mhm.
I haven't bought anything like that or, of that nature, honestly. I've really been following the Parks and Recs motto, treat yourself or treat
Ron
yourself.
Swanson every day.
Yes. I've been buying like a lot of skincare products, like nail polish, makeup, honestly, even though it's summertime, we don't really wear much makeup in the summertime here in Virginia because it gets super humid, as you know. But it's just super easy because, like I said, skincare products is right there, and you're a click away from like the makeup stuff. So that's definitely been like in my cart. But just getting in some me time, no biggie.
Yeah, well, self-care is so important right now, and especially considering all the nail salons, the hair places have only recently opened back up, and it's hard to get an appointment there. I think a lot of us chicas have been desperate for a good mani-pedi, so you got to try and keep up. You got to get that self-care in. I get it.
Oh, I totally agree. I heard that some like salons or like nail places that are opening up, their appointments are like backed up for like months.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
Chelsea and I don't have that problem with here at the USO because we're her and I personally are pretty simple when it comes to our nails. But like for all the ladies out there that love acrylics and like the super fancy designs, I really do feel for you guys because
Oh my
it's a
God, me
struggle.
too. It is,
Mhm.
and that's a lot of upkeep, and I can't imagine how they felt after 3 months. They have to have just been all grown out. Yeah, I feel for them.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
However, my shopping habits have done some good. So, as you know, Chelsea, the USO did partner with Target recently. There's still a few days left for the end of the partnership, but whenever I would buy from like a registry, I would use my Target Circle account and then vote for the USO.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome. Look at you shopping and supporting the cause. So, just to add on to that, for any of our listeners that might not know, or those of you that are in the 757 who are enrolled in Target Circle, you still have a few more days to shop, like Erica said, and then you can cast votes for USO HRCV from your Target purchases. So, yeah, we really hope that you guys will vote for us.
Yeah, it's honestly a win-win because it was super easy. As you know, it's graduation season, and some people they want to create these registries, online registries, and they do it through Target. So I've been doing that. I've bought some gifts from my niece's high school graduation registry because she's going off to college, and
Yeah.
so it was super easy. I bought her a few things that I thought she needed for her dorm, or some supplies. And once I got those votes into my Target Circle account, they made it so easy for me to vote for the USO. So it's honestly a win-win. It's really no, I guess, work on the consumer's part.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's super easy. Yeah, yeah. We love Target Circle, and we honestly thank them for doing this for us.
Mhm.
So just to wrap up, while we ourselves haven't had too many crazy purchases, except for my tube, which I think is pretty crazy, but I don't think everyone would agree. We really want to hear about your purchases. So what have you been buying during quarantine? So let us know by reaching out to us at hashtag Coffee Cake and Camo. Alrighty. So next we have a very dear friend of ours. He's our brother from another mother, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Joe Holyfield.
Good afternoon, Erica and Chelsea. Thanks for having me
Hey,
on.
Joe.
Hey,
Thanks for being
Joe.
here.
So, Joe's not just a dear friend of ours, but he just so happens to be the warehouse and supply manager for the USO of Hampton Roads in Central Virginia, or USO Joe, as we like to call him sometimes.
Absolutely. Yeah, Erica's totally right. But before he was USO Joe, well, Joe, why don't you just tell our listeners how you first got started with the USO? And you better
Well,
include a certain person.
well, after I retired from the Navy after a 20-year career, I figured now is the perfect time to give back to an organization that helped me out so much. So I started off volunteering with Chelsea over there at the AMC Center and the J50 Center. After that, they were nice enough to hire me on as a truck driver. I proceeded through center director. Now, in my current position is warehouse and supply manager, so I'm definitely all in supporting the mission.
Basically, Joe does a lot of the heavy lifting for the USO and for others in our community.
Oh yeah, and it's even ramped up when COVID-19 started and our USO centers closed. He's been just nonstop running around.
As you can see, Joe has been on the front line, so he's been making deliveries to quarantine service members and picking up donated items. So, Joe, can you tell our listeners a little bit more about your deliveries to our quarantine service members?
Sure, be happy to. Yeah, I've brought materials and supplies up to the Marine Forces out of Yorktown. I've participated in ice cream social for the USNS Comfort, and I've provided many snacks and materials to other different quarantine units, both large and small, throughout the area.
Yeah, it's amazing. What about some of the donated items you've picked up?
I've picked up plenty of children's books for our upcoming events. Probably over 8,000 of them in our warehouse right now. Uh, 38,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies for the service members. All of them picked up in a very sweet brand new truck that you can see in these pictures.
Oh, yeah. And to make sure that our team and our volunteers are well prepared for when our centers reopen, I've personally been ordering some supplies throughout the past few months. But Joe has been the one actually collecting these orders, taking them to our storage rooms on Naval Station Norfolk, Langley Air Force Base, our SAIC warehouse space that they so graciously have donated to us. It's a lot of heavy lifting, and someone's got to do it. So we're really thankful for Joe to, to do that for us.
Yeah,
Yes,
them
we are.
boxes are piling up, that's for sure.
Well, also last week, a few team members met up at the SAIC warehouse in Virginia Beach to open up some of the boxes that came in from Duncan. Erica, our very own Erica, here had the cool idea to do an unboxing video. And so, for those of you that are not Gen Zers or millennials, they are basically unboxings are very popular videos on YouTube where people unbox things and reveal them to viewers. So, we did that with our new amazing Duncan product. And of course, Joe was there. So, Joe, what are you going to be doing over the coming weeks with all that awesome product?
Um, After I took inventory of everything, I'm basically going to hand it out to all of our fine service members and their families, especially all those Girl Scout cookies, literally thousands and thousands of them.
Mhm. Yeah, we were really happy to have Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast on our podcast episode. I mean, they're really happy to give the box to us, and Joe can tell you himself, we're really happy to receive them because we know that'll put a smile on a service member's face. So, as the warehouse and supply manager, Joe, obviously you've made a whole bunch of connections. So, can you tell us some of your fondest memories just of being part of Team USO?
Well, by far, my fondest memory will always be our Canine Comfort crew. The way the dogs lift up the spirits of our service members, our volunteers, and yes, even our staff. That's always going to be my favorite program because I just love animals in general.
I can't agree with you more. We love those,
Yeah,
our
we're
furry friends
obsessed.
here.
Yeah. Well, if anyone sees Joe on the road in our brand new box truck, be sure to say hi, wave, because he's doing an amazing job for the USO mission. Truly, we could not do anything without Joe. He is vital. And you can't miss the truck because it's got a huge USO label, as well as labels from some of our super duper generous sponsors, which include Smithfield, T-Mobile, The Rocks, Harris Teeter. So yeah, we're just really grateful to you, Joe.
Yeah, definitely, guys. If you see Joe on the road, give him a honk or like a wave or something. It's definitely him.
All right.
Well,
Well, thanks again, Joe, so much.
You're
yeah,
welcome.
thanks, Joe, for taking
Thank
time
you
out of your
for
schedule to
having me,
join us.
Chelsea and Erica. I appreciate you. being on.
Yep. We'll
See you
talk to you later, Joe. Alrighty. Well, that's all the time that we have today on Coffee Cake and Camo. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Search for the handle at USOHRCV. And if there's a topic you'd like us to talk about or share with us, use the hashtag Coffee Cake Camo.
And of course, thank you so much again to Knights of Columbus for not only being such awesome supporters of the USO and your local military community, but for holding our annual golf tournament, which raises a bunch of funds that are vital to our mission. So thank you again to Knights of Columbus. Once again, I'm Erica.
And I'm Chelsea.
Stay connected and classy, HRCV.